have a little bit of a bone to pick with one or both of you.
Okay.
First bone with Tavin.
Okay.
What the hell? Hey, I started this game before you, and now you've already platinumed it.
Yeah.
You already platinumed it?
Yeah, I platinumed it last night.
Jesus freak.
Listen, Friday night, I was up until 4 a.m. playing.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's why you were sleeping.
Saturday, I was up until like 2. And then last night again, I was up until 2. I have...
And you clown on me for having so much free time.
You got him right there.
Yes, Phil, because you do it with Assassin's Creed that has been out for 2 decades.
When I do it, it's justified. And that's what you're saying, huh?
Listen.
Okay, here's the thing.
Can I get a word in here? Can I explain my case here, please?
You said a couple words already.
Like, undeniably, right? I totally put off all the duties and responsibilities that I should have done to play more Astro Bot. Absolutely. Did the Wukong review short get made? No, it didn't. That's my fault. Did homework get done? No, it didn't. I mean, it did, but not as early as it should have been, and not to the quality that it should have been. And did I stay up too late and not get enough sleep this weekend because I was stuck playing Astro Bot? Absolutely. But listen, guys, Astro Bot has its hooks in me in a way that no other game this year has. Like, no other game has had not Final Fantasy, not Prince of Persia, none of them have had like the grip on me that Astro Bot has had. Now that I'm done and I've seen the whole thing and finished it, will it rank as game of the year? I don't know. I have to think about it a little bit more.
You were saying something different at one point.
No, I think I was saying it is the industry's game of the year. Is what I was saying to you.
Enough.
I think Astro Bot is a sure win at the Game Awards. I don't even think it's a competition. That's how much. Like, the only way it's a competition is if the news outlets also nominate Shadow of the Erdtree. Then it's a competition. But even then, I think they would rather give it to Astro Bot because Elden Ring already had it. It's a DLC, and they would rather give it to this renaissance of a game as opposed to the renaissance of a game 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
My other bone to pick.
Yeah.
And it's somewhat also related. And this one's with Connor. Connor, why do you not want to play Astro Bot?
Well, I knew this was coming up at some point. I never said I wasn't playing Astro Bot.
When did he say he wasn't gonna play it?
I've been pausing on him since the beginning.
Here's the thing. So Connor's known platforming hater.
Now,
PlayStation hater.
That was true, but now we've played some platformers on the Game Club, and it's still like on the lower denomination of my kinds of games.
Banjo started turning him around.
It did, yeah. That was the big one. But so with Astro Bot, to your point, I'm just not like you two in the sense of I'm like, I need to play this now. I'm going to play it. It's been added to the list of games that I want to play this year. Unicorn Overlord being the other one, and then fucking, God damn it. What was the other one? Fuck. It's the less important one.
Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia, yeah. Kind of that's at the bottom, but right now, Unicorn Overlord's in my mind for that. I have Space Marine 2 that's because it's my kind of game. That's what I like to play as opposed to platformers. As much as I might like this game, and I will like it, I guarantee you guys, I'm just not like, that doesn't like attract me as much as like Unicorn Overlord has this year.
I think Prince of Persia, of those 3 games, Prince of Persia would be your favorite.
It could be, yeah. It's entirely just the like, me looking on the outside and saying, what kind of game?
It'll be Unicorn Overlord.
It easily could be. That's, at the very least, just what's catching my eye the most. So, Astro Bot's going to be played by the end of the year. That's definitive. It's just a matter of when I'm going to play it. You know?
Good. Then I don't have to throw out my second accusation.
Hey.
Because if you said that you weren't going to play it, I was gonna follow up question and ask, Connor, why do you hate fun?
Why do you hate fun?
That was literally the reason why I was like watching it and thinking, well, I'm going to play it because it's fun. So it's the exact opposite.
It is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's just a joy to play.
It's much fun.
Can we talk a little bit? Obviously, we're doing a review next week, but by the time you hear this, in like 3 days, right? So we're not gonna like give like full opinions on like actual like gameplay and levels and stuff. But like,
sure,
what an absolute joy of a video game, and what a wondrous entry in the PlayStation legacy. And what a wonderful ascension of Team Asobi. Whoa.
Yeah.
Instantly like, oh shit, these guys are on a different level. And the fact that they're like 60 people, like, and they did this in 3 years. Now, granted, it does recycle a lot from Astro's Playroom, but like, and Astro Bot Rescue Mission, but like, what a great foundation to build from. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like for this one to be knocking it out of the park, I can't wait for a sequel. There is clear innovations that I think they should make, but it doesn't, like, just because this game is missing things doesn't mean that, like, it's any lesser. It's just, like, the way that like, you can see where the franchise should evolve to, right? Like, I'm curious about, like, if we can get a ground pound in in general, I want Astro Bot to have more moves. I want him to have a wider move set. He's a little simple right now. And I want him to have a wider move set. I want some type of cooperation to be introduced, some type of co-op play or play together with a friend or something like that. And they have like PlayStation has a legacy for it. Like, look at what Little Big Planet did.
Give me some, like, It Takes Two level, like, puzzles with Astro Bot.
Yeah, right. Like, a co-op campaign, a la like a Portal 2 type thing or something, you know? Or I guess Little Big Planet or Sackboy's Big Adventure, stuff like that, right? Like, insert something like that into Astro Bot. I think, you know, they need to develop, like, a cooler hub world. This one's good, but it's not, like, great. Like, it doesn't have the sauce. You know what I'm saying?
It's made great by, like, the show of progression.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And then, like, some cool villains, like some cool, like, inserting actually, like, interesting villains would take this so much further. And then, of course, like, just expand on what you already have. More PlayStation characters. I think what Astro Bot is doing is equivalent to what Smash Brothers did in the N64 era. Like, I could see a possible future where 5 or 10 years from now, we start looking at other games and saying, I want you in Astro Bot. Much like how we say, we want things in Smash Brothers. I want Astro Bot in Smash Brothers also. But, you know, like the next game better have some Square Enix in it. Spoilers, there's no Square Enix in Astro Bot right now.
Yeah, no Cloud, no Sora.
Yeah. So some of that stuff, Sora and Cloud specifically definitely need to come and be here and stuff. It's weird that they're not here.
I thought they would have been.
Yeah. Well, and that brings me to...
I wonder.
This is not going to come up in my review, so I feel fine talking about it. But it is slight spoilers for Astro Bot. So if you don't want to hear the slight spoilers for Astro Bot, click there's time codes in the description. Click to the first minigame that we're going to play. But, like, some of the choices they made for cameos are weird. Like,
yeah,
there are some characters in here that I don't understand why they're here, and then there's characters that should be here that are not here. And it extends past just like, oh, a Square or like a different publishing company has those rights. Like, there are PlayStation characters who are not here who should be here.
Just fucking let it out already, Tavin.
Listen, man, I think in general, Astro Bot has done Sucker Punch dirty. Like, really, really dirty. Every single Sucker Punch IP is underrepresented in this game. Whether it's Ghost of Tsushima, Sly Cooper, or Infamous, all three are not the picks that you should have.
My question... I understand what you're saying. My question for more representation for Ghost of Tsushima specifically, who other than Jin are you going to put in there?
The uncle, the drunkard, the old lady.
But they're not... I don't see them as, like, important.
The love interest.
Like, some of the things that you bring up, like with the rest of the Cooper gang, which I'm not going to, like, spoil.
Right.
I'm not going to step on that. That's what you want to talk about, how the Cooper gang is.
The Cooper gang is the big problem for me, but we'll get to that in 2 seconds.
Yeah. But... I just feel like the only person you need you don't need Lord Shimura. You don't need I don't remember any of the other characters' names.
I would argue they are just as necessary as some of the lower tier guys. Like, clearly, like, these are not priorities, right? There are priorities that you need to have in this game before you have extras from Ghost of Tsushima. I'm just saying it doesn't make any sense to me how Horizon gets like 6 characters. Name 6 characters from Horizon Zero Dawn right now.
Aloy!
Name 3 characters from Horizon Zero Dawn right now.
I'm not going to argue with that, but the thing is, the only reason that each of those games got so well represented is because they have their own level. while we're talking spoilers.
Yeah. But I also think that, like, in the same sense of that, Phil, like, most other PlayStation IPs get at least 3.
I know. My argument is we just need less regular bots.
I'm into that too. I mean, I'm not saying take these guys out. I'm saying add more. Like, there should be more. I don't like, which sounds selfish. And let me also set the precedent of, I understand PlayStation has a very long legacy. I understand some titles are more successful and more interesting than others, and have, bigger fan bases that need to be appeased. Obviously, Horizon Zero Dawn is going to get its own level, not fucking Sly Cooper. I knew, like, as soon as they introduced the idea of levels, obviously, like, that's what's going to happen. Surprised Loco Roco got its own level. That was cool.
It was very cute.
It was very, very cute. But, like, also, like, where's Sweet Tooth? Like,
yeah, that was one of my predictions. We were talking in DMs, and I was like, I bet the last 2 levels are going to be Twisted Metal and Horizon.
I don't care.
Like,
clearly.
where's the Twisted Metal representation? What the hell is going on here? But, like, my point of that is like, if you're making room for the SingStar characters, if you're making room for Octodad, if you're making room for the Fall Guys Bean,
I just collected him, by the way.
Where's the fucking Cooper gang?
And that's where it really comes from. Why are you gonna add the Cooper gang?
I'm not mad that these guys are here. I think it's cool. There's one other one that I was talking to you, Connor, about last night that I'm like, why him? Why is he here? It's a small thing, Phil. You may not even recognize it. Can I just spoil that? I've already kind of spoiled a few things for you already, so I apologize.
Yeah, I mean, I had a theory that it would be Horizon, the last one, but
Yeah.
Go ahead. One?
Huh? Yeah, Horizon's the last one.
They pushed that way too hard.
Way too hard.
Guys, it's not that good.
Dude, Uncharted or God of War should have been the last one.
Uncharted's like my favorite one.
Uncharted is dope. It's legit really fun. I like you know what? I might like Ape Escape more than God of War.
That's where I'm struggling, because like I was shocked by the fact that it's like, oh my god, I'm playing Ape Escape.
Yeah, yeah.
I like the stuff that was in God of War a little more, but the gameplay was just so fun.
And I'm more of I'm more of a fan of God of War. So like the things that were like having the axe be retractable in the same way that it is in God of War made me like squeal with glee. But it wasn't like it wasn't. The axe didn't feel that great. So like it was a little bit different. Anyways, my thing is like, why are we making room for the Buzz trivia quiz game host, but we can't have the Cooper gang, but we can't have Coco, Crash's sister, but we can't have Zeke or Kessler from Infamous?
That gets to the fucking the Ghost of Tsushima argument that Phil was making.
Who the fuck are these guys? But like
the only characters I haven't played Infamous, granted, so the only person I even know is Cole McGrath.
And listen, like, yes, but like Cole McGrath is your guy, right? But then why do we have 2 Second Son characters in it? And I understand Fetch got her own game, but the Delson Rowe is a more iconic character than Fetch. No,
was he not in there?
No, he's in there.
Oh.
My point is why do we have 2 of those, but only Cole McGrath and Kessler, Zeke, and the Beast were in 2 games?
I think it only matters about who's the protagonist. Clearly, that's kind of what they were going for.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Is
that's
the fact
100%
that,
what
it
is.
Cole, you got the protagonist of Second Son, and
that's
then
already 3 from Infamous.
First Light.
But even then, like, Infamous 3/4 games deep had less of an impact than Ghost of Tsushima. So why are we only they didn't even like. It's just the ghost. It's not even Gen Sakai. It's the ghost. It's the idea of the ghost. Like, those could be 2 separate characters. But it's how they break up all these characters. You know what I'm saying?
It's Jin because, I see what you're saying, but they're not going to read that deep into it for an Astro Bot cameo, Like,
there's 3 Hellghasts. Why are there 3 Hellghasts, but I can't get the Cooper
from
gang?
Killzone?
Yeah.
Because they come in groups. They're soldiers. You have to have a unit.
Yeah, again, I'm cool with that. The Cooper gang is a unit.
Fair.
I understand Sly Cooper is the face. He's the name, right? I understand that. He's more iconic, undeniably. People know the name more than Murray and Bentley.
Yeah.
But to a Sly Cooper fan, which I am, and the only one at the table. Phil's dabbled in it a little bit and likes Sly Cooper, but doesn't like
Dip my
love
toe.
it. Yeah. Like the game.
I'd say, hang on. I've more than dipped my. I'm like waist deep in Sly. I'm not like in the pool. I'm on like the last.
You're
step,
still in
like,
the steps. You're on the
edge.
steps. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the gang is central to Cooper as an IP. Like
at that point,
legitimately, it should have been all three of them and Carmelita Fox. Like legitimately, it should have been that. But I'm not like I'm throwing it up for Sly because that's my guy. There should be. I think they got Ratchet and Clank fine. I think Ratchet, Rivet, and the little tiny Clank. That's enough, right? I would have liked to have seen Kit.
I would have liked to see Kit. But,
yeah, but don't need it, right? Don't need it.
Kit, maybe Quark.
Why are Crash, Bandicoot, and Jak and Daxter only getting Crash and Jak? Daxter's in it as like a little like collectible thing, but he's not like a standalone character.
Yeah.
I think that works fine for Daxter, but like, and Phil, forgive me, I don't know the names. Where's the Sage character that Jak loves? Who's like a
Samos,
Kira. Where are those guys? But we have room. But we have room for 9 Ape Escape monkeys. Why do we have room for 9 Ape Escape monkeys, but no Cooper gang? And
because that's
Connor to switch it over.
Escape.
Connor, to switch it over to something you like, we have 4 Resident Evil characters, but only Dante.
Yeah, but Resident Evil characters are more culturally significant.
Undeniably.
But still Virgil, yeah. Virgil and Nero.
Where's Virgil and Nero? Where are they? Where are they? They're just... even Lady, I think, could have made the cut.
Yeah.
In some shape or fashion.
But Lady's better.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, one of those... Like, there should be more than just Dante, but we have 4 fucking Castlevania characters?
All I know...
When's the last time a Castlevania game happened?
Been a while.
It's been a while!
Phil, I don't want to say if it's a spoiler, but Bloodborne, did you get the character?
Yeah.
It's one of the first ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's... you won't know who it is. Never mind. My only spoil, Phil, if you didn't know, Lady Maria is in the game.
Which one is that?
Yeah, I think it's the same level.
Yeah, okay. She sits in the chair. She's like sleeping. Like her special...
I think
that's her add-on. Yeah.
It's the add-on thing. And
listen,
the great thing about Astro Bot is there are well over 100 identifiable characters in this game, and I know maybe 70, 80 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot of characters that, like, I unlocked and I went, who the fuck is this? Like, never... Like, it got down to just a dude in a suit, like a 3-piece suit. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And that's my point is like, we can have these things, but we can't have the Cooper gang? Come on.
Maybe it was Ace of
I got Kiryu today. Loved it.
Kiryu was great.
Oh, he's in there.
Yeah. Absolutely deserves to be in there. Yakuza and PlayStation have a long lineage.
Is Ichiban?
Nope.
No, just Kiryu.
Fair enough. Legacy is more...
if you're only going to have one,
yeah,
and it's a Sega character, so, there's that. So, and then there's 3 Persona characters.
It's Aegis, Teddy, and Joker.
Yeah.
No.
Which again, listen, Persona 4 is my 3rd, 4th favorite video game of all time, something like that. It's the 3rd. Do we need Teddy?
No.
Do we need Teddy? Listen, I love that he's there. But like, I think there's 117 characters. If we could only have 117, did we need Teddy?
A guy I follow on Twitter who's like a big Persona guy. He said the lack of Morgana in this game actively makes it better.
Yeah,
I could not believe Morgana was not Joker's little add-on thing. I was surprised. It's the calling card, Phantom Thieves calling card.
Way better. Not have that fucking...
Could have had both.
I don't want that bastard anywhere near anything else.
Listen, Jill's thing from Resident Evil is a door with 2 little zombie dogs behind it.
It's super cute.
It's the cutest thing in the world. I love it. We could have had Morgana. We could have had Morgana in there. In the same way that we have Daxter as Jack's little add-on, we could have had Morgana. We should have had Morgana.
But who else are you gonna who else for Jack are you gonna make the add-on? Like, come on.
Oh yeah, it's Daxter, and I get like Daxter's like a little weird like shape, so like it would make sense that he's not a bot. But
I love how they look astroboticized. They look so fucking cute.
Look so fucking cute. But again, like Crash, where's Coco? Where's
Go on, continue.
Where's Cortex? Where's Cortex?
There you go.
Yeah, where are those guys? That's about it. That's really all that you would need.
Coco, Cortex, Engine, and Brio.
Who's it from?
Who the fuck is Brio? These are Crash.
Embryo.
Oh, Embryo. I know who Engine is. I don't know who Embryo is.
They're all. I mean, these are mostly just villains.
Yeah. And it's not like because there's villains in here. Like Psycho Mantis is there, so it's not like they were like, oh, heroes only. Like, no, there's bad guys here. So like, what? Where the fuck are my characters? I don't know. Just a thought.
Guess you have to wait to the next one. They even do that.
Listen, if we get to an Astro Bot 2 and there's no fucking Cooper gang in that motherfucker, I'm gonna riot. I genuinely, I think Team Asobi did Sucker Punch a little dirty. I understand Sucker Punch is not the most popular PlayStation studio out there in the world, but I think like they've been around for too long to do this to them.
It sounds like they did Slide dirty.
No, I think they did. I think
that's
did
what
Ghost.
I'm seeing.
I think Infamous, like a little less so. I get it. Three Infamous characters is enough. We don't need more than 3. And I guess if you're gonna do it, do the protagonist. But me personally, I would have done Cole, Zeke, and then Delson. Is what I personally would have done.
You just don't like women.
Drop Delson, put Fetch in there. Those two are interchangeable to me. But like, Infamous 1 and 2 should have had more representation than Infamous Second Son. And it's weird that Infamous Second Son got more.
The DLC is what
I just don't see. I mean, because I guess because I haven't played the games, I don't see the First Light character as a Second Son character. I see them as a First Light character because they're the protagonist of that story. You know.
Yeah, but like, it would make sense if First Light was on the level of a Miles Morales or a Uncharted Lost Legacy. But First Light is more on the level of like a Left Behind. And so it's weird to me that size of game got more representation over the second most important character of the 2 most important games. Like, of that 4-game series, it goes, I don't know, 1 and 2 are tied. I think 2 maybe is a little bit more important to the story, but 1 and 2 are right there. And then it's a large gap, and then Second Son and First Light. Some people do like First Light more than Second Son, and that's fine. But like, what are we doing here?